Good morning everyone, it's me, Skin Glow and Afro. I'm sorry I haven't done a video in a while, but this whole coronavirus issue is mad. Like, I'm heading now to One Stop to get some shopping and things, and you know it's Mother's Day in England, and honestly I've never seen the roads this quiet before. Never ever seen the roads this quiet before. I'm like, I'm actually living in the city. Like, I ain't even playing with anybody. I got my hand gel in my bag. I don't trust literally nobody. My hands were washed before I left the house, but you know I still got my hand gel just as an extra precaution, because I know most likely that the shops will be rampacked, including the public restrooms. I'm not taking no chances, none at all. And like I said, back to the point about it being Mother's Day today, thank God it's not raining, but I know stupid people will be going to their mother's house. If they don't live with their mother, they'll be going to their mother's house, and the government has said that's a bad idea, but you know people don't listen. Though, to be fair, listening to the government we have, I am not surprised people are not listening, because they keep giving conflicting information. 1 minute you can do this, next minute don't do that. I just think this whole situation, you know, could have been avoided had the government put shit into place straight away, instead of waiting until things explode. And now the NHS is basically gonna be on its knees if it's not already, and it's their fault, the government's fault. Like, you know me, I barely go out my house anyway. Barely go out my house. Like, apart from Monday when I had my driving lesson, I've been in my house the whole week. Like, this is perfect for me because I'm an introvert, so staying in the house, preserving my energy is blessed for me. But everybody else who's extroverts, they're gonna really struggle. They're going to really struggle, and it's gonna be like mad. But at the end of the day, it's what's best, because the elderly are the most vulnerable, because they barely have any immune system. Like, their immune system is not as strong as it was when they were younger. And then the next most vulnerable people are those with any long-term health conditions, you know, like underlying health conditions. You know, if you've got a heart condition, diabetes, sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, you know, all these kind of things, high blood pressure, these also put you at risk. Like, they're telling you all these things that put you at risk, and yet people are throwing house parties and have a lot of people there having house parties and all this kind of stuff. I'm thinking to myself, and going to the beach, like, why would you go to these places where you know there's going to be a high risk of transmission between people, because there's so many of you? Like, even if all them people who went to the beach don't get sick, they can spread it to someone who can. That's what they're not realizing. So it just bothers me how people are being so selfish. Like, the government first, because they took the fucking piss, and then people who know that they're supposed to stay indoors still choosing to go outside and be around people. Like, fair enough, shopping is one thing, but other things, nah. So I'm saying, don't take the piss with your life, don't take the piss with other people's life, because even if you get infected, you may not get sick, but then again you have to be quarantined for 14 days anyway, so don't take the piss. Like, there's cases of the coronavirus in Italy, here in the UK, America, Canada. It's also spreading in the Caribbean, and it's also in Africa as well, several different countries in Africa. It's mad, it's spreading that quickly, and it's kind of like, it's mad because like, some of the cases, like, okay, we know it originated in China. Yeah, it originated in China, but with some of the cases, it was in Italy, and yet the Italians were still allowed to like travel around, and I just find that a bit mad. Like they still were allowed to travel around, and that's how these cases kind of spread. And then you have the Italians, yeah, who were refusing to leave countries in Africa, saying they didn't want to go back home because they were scared. And I'm like, imagine how the rest of the people feel. And then you got some of these companies who are saying that, oh, if your holiday or carnival has to be cancelled, you're not going to get a refund on your costume, or you're not going to get a refund on your holiday or whatever. And I'm like, how can you be so freaking disgusting to be thinking of profit at this time when people are losing their lives, and all you think about is, oh, I'm not going to offer anybody no refund because basically you're stupid. And some places are refusing to close. They're saying that if a person wants to take leave so that they can self-isolate to prevent the spread of this virus, then they have to use their sick leave. And I'm like, or they have to use the holiday. And I'm like, what kind of nonsense is that? Shouldn't it be your duty as an employer to say, well, we understand what's going on, this is dangerous time, so therefore we should be looking at ways to protect our staff. But instead they don't want to protect their staff, they just want to be stupid basically and think about money. And this is the thing, if this virus doesn't go away, it's because a lot of people don't follow advice, because profit, money rules them, and that's disgusting. But here are my suggestions for you to keep yourself safe. Self-isolate for as long as possible, like what the government says to do. Yes, I have to say it's for like at least 3 months or 6 months. You gotta do it basically, unless you have no choice to go to work. But even when you go to work, make sure you wash your hands and thing. And that's the second one. Wash your hands. Don't take the piss. Wash your hands some more. Okay, your hands gonna get up dry, but so be it. Don't go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Like, we need some more bread, so need some more bread and things. So that's what I'm going out today. So we need some more bread and things for the house. So yeah. Don't go out unless absolutely necessary. If you have elderly family members, I know it's kind of mad, but you kind of can't really visit them at this time because they're too vulnerable basically. Don't be going to like places with large gatherings, you know, like bars and restaurants and clubs and things like that, because you know someone wanna not listen. You don't listen. Like, you don't need to be, no house parties. Again, some of you have hard ears, you must listen. No house parties. And finally, to end this video, make sure you have your ginger, garlic, your zinc, your vitamin C every single day. Make sure you're not increasing your fruit and vegetables if you can. If not, make sure you're getting your supplements, like garlic supplements, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D. You need all these kind of stuff now, because you're mainly going to be indoors, and you know you need the sun for the vitamin D really. But if you can get your fish, or if you don't eat fish because you're allergic or you just don't like it, then vitamin D supplements is where you need to be. All right, I gone. Bye.